With us tonight, Professor Kreiss, that most of you already know, and Yoram Teitz, the chairman of the Friends of Sheba Israel, and we are here for a special updating from our new war room at Sheba Medical Center. We will start with a short clip about the activity here at Sheba in the last 10 days. Following, Professor Kreiss will give his brief, and we will conclude with a Q&A from the crowd, handling by Nora Berger. So please, let's watch the film.
There's a little video. This was Sheba Medical Center the first week of the war. There's a little video going.
Shomer City of Health.
$300 doesn't seem like very much, does it?
Yeah.
Professor Kreiss, the floor is yours.
Shalom. Shalom from Israel. Can you hear me? Okay. We are in the situation room at Sheba. It's about 7 p.m., 7:10 p.m. We just finished the situation and analysis, the periodical that we do twice a day. And I wanted first to greet you and say shalom. Last week on Shabbat, Simchat Torah, we were attacked by animal terrorists. We were attacked by people that don't understand what being humane is. They slaughtered women, children, old people. They even slaughtered dogs. You understand, as we understand, that we are not facing an enemy. We are facing more than that. We are facing a risk to humanity. When I try to explain in the world, and these are some messages that I will share with you, because I want you to convey this message wherever you go. I say this is not pro-Palestinian or pro-Israel. This is not Palestinian-Israel conflict. This is pro-humanity or against humanity. It's a different question. It's not only Israeli problem. It's not only, as President Biden said, it's not only American or Canadian problem. It's global problem. It's a world problem. Since the attack began, we had a very difficult day at this Shabbat. I served in the IDF for more than 30 years. I've seen wars and conflicts. I've seen a lot of challenges. We've never seen a challenge that we faced last week. It was the most challenging experience for us as physicians, as military physicians, civilian physicians, and as human beings. We accepted just for you to know the numbers, there are more than 4,000 victims in Israel, about 1,300 killed, maybe more. We could identify all of the bodies, and about 200 people kept as prisoners in Gaza. We accepted more than 300 victims so far. I can tell you the good news. The people that the victims that survived, most of them, almost all of them, we could save here. We lost a lot of victims in the field because they were killed and slaughtered from very short range. So the span of medical work that we've done was such that most of the people, almost all of the victims that arrived to Sheba alive, severely wounded, we could save them. Not only save them lives, we are beginning to move them, transfer them to the rehabilitation process, the rehabilitation phase, and we are very optimistic in regard to the way we can bring them back to life. We feel that we will overcome, we will endure. We are very, very strong. I want you to feel that. We are very, very strong. The spirit is high. We feel that we fight for our lives, for our existence. We fight for living peace. We, as you know, as you always know, Sheba will guarantee the state of Israel. This is our role in the world. We will guarantee the state of Israel. We do that. We will be the backbone of the state of Israel. We will guarantee that every victim will get the most advanced treatment he can get. We also make sure, and I want you to be very proud of that, we don't stop any routine work at Sheba. Everything is regular. All the hospital accepts all the patients that we accept every day. And in addition to that, we are prepared for the victims of war. You know that President Biden comes here tomorrow, comes to Israel tomorrow. Today, the White House staff came here because they have to designate a hospital that is being prepared for the president. You know that procedure. They came to Sheba, they selected Sheba, and they came here and they've seen the facility. And we will send you what our colleagues from the United States, from the White House, said about what the level of care and the level of infrastructure and the level of technology and the people, the professional people that they've seen here in regard to the level of care they need for the President Biden. This is just for you to understand how strong we are in terms of medical care. I went today to the south. I visited the Southern Command that is responsible for the Israel, the IDF next attack phase. And I've served there for many years in the Southern Command, and I saw the plans of war, and I saw some of the tactics, but I especially was able to see the spirit of the warriors. I've never seen spirit of the IDF warriors as high as I've seen it today. I went from there to the army base where the reserve units are being training. Tens of thousands of reserve soldiers that came from all over the world. Israelis that came back to Israel. Some of them left their families if they are abroad, some of them came back with their families. But all the reserve units are manned more than 150% of their regular positions. I've seen one platoon commander at a paratrooper brigade that is the father of two sons. All three of them are platoon commanders in the same brigade, and it's a paratrooper brigade. I came back very strong, with a very strong spirit, and came back to Sheba to this situational analysis that we do every day. It was only an hour ago, and I said, look, we are here for them. They are very strong. We are going to prevail, to win, to endure, to overcome. There's something else that I want to share with you. The messages I got from all of you, the support, the language, the words, the open hearts, is something that I took with you for many years. That in times of crisis, we are one people. Some of you are there. Some of us are here. That we are fighting for the same idea. The Jewish people deserves the right to live in peace. We've done it for 3,000 years. We will do it 3,000 more than 3,000 years. And I want to thank you for that. It's not taken for granted. Your brotherhood, your peoplehood, your standing with us is something that makes us stronger. And this is something that I transfer to every person at Sheba. And we feel that. Keep on doing that. But I want you to feel and know we are very strong. We will win this war. No one can take from us the right to live in peace. We have a role, the IDF has a role, the state of Israel has a role. And you know what? In a way, the animals united us. They made us feel again, after 10 months that we fight with each other, they made us feel again that we are one state, one people, one nation. We have a long way ahead of us. It's not going to be short. It's going to be a long journey, a long war. But we keep on doing the regular things. I sent yesterday, 2 days ago, I sent Professor Zimmerman to Boston to lead the Future of Healthcare Conference. He's there. He spoke with us 2 hours ago. We are going to keep designing and dreaming and envisioning the future. We are going forward with the transformation achievement. Yoel is flying tomorrow to the United States to have the discussions with our friends. We keep on with our lives. And last thing, on a personal note, sometimes you know that you have a mission in life. This is our mission in life, my mission. I have 2 boys, two children in the army. One is a platoon brigade in the infantry unit, and my daughter is in intelligence unit. We know what our mission is. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Maybe you can elaborate a little bit about how Sheba stands for the state of Israel. They are here.
You all asked me to elaborate a bit more about what is our organizational operational work that we do. We keep centers of excellence that are dedicated to the IDF efforts. The centers of excellence are the emergency department, the special trauma unit, the intensive care. We just launched a new intensive care unit, which is totally protected, totally sheltered. We can work under missiles. And we have the dedicated orthopedic surgical beds, plastic burns. We have the National Burn Center here at Sheba for adults and for children. So we carry this effort for the IDF every day, every day. We make sure we have enough beds for the army attack effort. We also carry the rehabilitation center for Israel. This is a unique war. I don't know another war in the world, not in Israel for sure, that in the first day, we got 4,000 victims. And because of the short ranges of the injuries, short range, many of them, thousands of them, will need, those who survive will need rehabilitation. So in the first day of this war, we already need the effort of rehabilitation. This is a different effort because usually the people that come to our rehabilitation phase are being clustered day by day with the war. But today, in this war, we already begin with thousands of people that need rehabilitation. This is the reason we are launching tomorrow here at Sheba, very quickly, very fast. We are launching tomorrow a new rehabilitation center for the victims of the war, civilians and soldiers. We also supply training, equipment, and professionals to the IDF. This is also a role. And the other role that we do is extending a hand to the communities in Israel that were drawn out of their houses, of their communities. So now they are deployed in different places. About 60, 70,000 people were deployed out of their communities. So we assist the communities. We send physicians, we open clinics, we bring them here. We work with the Sheba Hospital, does a great work with supplying remote care to those in need. And we are okay. We are very strong. And we have everything we need. And we do it very fast. So this is another parameter which makes the state of Israel sure that we will endure and overcome. Thank you.
So we've been in touch with many of you and others that are not on the call in the last week or so. I just want to emphasize what we've been dealing with in the short term. As Professor Kreiss said, we are doubling our capabilities in the rehabilitation center, adding beds that are taking the wounded from Barzilai in Ashkelon and Soroka in Beersheba. They are going to be rehabilitated here. Sheba has the National Rehabilitation Center that was built in '48. That's the first goal that we are doing and getting your support in building that. The second one, as Professor Kreiss said, we are the center for procurement for most of the doctors and the medical unit in the forefront. Whatever they need, whether it's training and equipment, we supply them from our logistics center, and whatever we need to resupply our warehouses, we just buy that in the States with them, some of you. And the third, we are starting to prepare our capabilities, sorry, in the psychological treatment, PTSD treatment. God forbid, we think that there's going to be a lot of need in that. The country of Israel, as Professor Kreiss said, never had such a condensed and large amount of people that need treatment at the same time, and we are rapidly building capabilities. As Professor Kreiss said, tomorrow we're gonna open the new ward, which is gonna add 36 more beds to the rehabilitation center, and more wards will be open in the next couple of weeks. We are closely monitoring what goes on in Israel, and of course, any new need or any new requirements, we are open and transparent with you, so you'll be able to help us and aid us. But as Professor Kreiss said, the Jewish people has witnessed the destruction of the first temple and the second temple. We saw the pogroms, we saw the Holocaust, we saw many wars, and we always came strong. Our resilience as people is second to none. And as sad as we are, because this, the amount of victims touches each and every family, we know there's a better future for us, and a better future for the state of Israel and for the Jewish people. So your support is highly appreciated. It is a long process, and we'll be keep updating you as time progresses. And again, thank you very much for your support. It is heartwarming to see the amount of support we're getting from you.
Now we will open for questions from you. If there are questions, please let us know. That Nora.
People are asking Yoel, how can we help? What's the best thing that you advise for them to do?
So I think right now we're in the middle of two big efforts. The first one is to re-equip the effort of the ICU, where we doubled the size within a few days from 14 beds to 24 beds. It's an international, it's a state resource for ICU beds. We need to equip them, and we need to be assured that any patient will get the level of care that we expect from ourselves for those patients. Therefore, the HAPS directors got a list of support mainly for equipment that we need for those new beds. The second thing that we are now preparing, as Professor Kreiss and Yoram mentioned, we look at the rehab needs for the state of Israel again. It's not for Sheba. And within few days, we are doubling from 46 beds to 82 beds, almost doubling the amount of beds that we will dedicate to rehab. It's not just the bed, it's not the material. We evacuate 2 departments of geriatric, we move them to another place in order to allocate some space for rehab. We need to put new physiotherapy room. We need to double our capacity in the robots room. Everything needs to be doubled. And as you probably know, the journey of those patients, mainly young people, because as we saw recently in the evaluation review, right now, almost 90% of the patients are under 40. And again, it's a very unique nature of violence that we never saw. And most of them will need rehabilitation. And as most of you know, Sheba is the place for rehabilitation. And it's started yesterday or the day before with 11 people that moved to the rehab. And then every day, more and more newcomers, if I may say, will join the rehab. And for them, we need to be prepared.
Yoel, I see that there's a red alert in Tel Aviv, so I don't know if that means you guys have to go, but people are asking, there are doctors, nurses, therapists overseas that are happy to get on a plane and come and help. Is that helpful? What do you need?
No, we stay home, fight for the messages that we convey, stay home. We don't need professionals. We have enough healthcare professionals, not only for the war effort, also for keeping the regular routine life in Israel. We are okay with that. We are, in any case, we are listing every volunteer that called us, approached us, talked to us. We take his credentials, we take his name, we take his contacts, we put them on the list, and we call it the list in need. If we need, we will call. But for my estimation, my analysis is that for the war, we won't need healthcare professionals. You have a very crucial task to do in your home countries. The asbara, the spokesmanship for us, for the state of Israel, and the work that you do for Sheba, in guaranteeing the resources, the support, whatever is important now in your own countries. We will prevail here, don't worry. And when we need, we'll call you.
Itzik, the same goes for medical supplies. I imagine we'd prefer the money and we'll do the buying rather than people are offering equipment and supplies. What's the answer to that?
Don't send medical supply. Send, as Yoel said, send the resources, the money. We know what to do with it. We don't need the medical supply in a way that you see. We get a lot of offers, and that's fine. Look, the biggest industries in the world talked with me in the last week, and we take their offers, we list them. If there's crucial things that we need, so we do it. But most of the things we have enough. We are well equipped, and we have. I cannot share with you because that's a national secret. But I cannot share with you what is the length of our endurance in terms of supplies and stockpiles. But we have enough. We have enough, and we have the United States with us. Look, it's not taken for granted. President Biden shocked us with his support, with the aircraft carriers, with the air supply training. They are landing here. So in that regard, we feel that we have the backbone that you are there. We don't need healthcare professionals so far. We need the support, but not being here. Don't send equipment. We are okay. If we need something, we'll approach you. Guarantee the resources. Support Yoel with the funds that you can raise, and convey our message there. This is a war for humanity, not for Israel.
Thank you. All right, just the one more question. Can you talk a little bit more about the trauma center effort, how that will work? Is it a physical thing? How will it work?
We have a trauma center which includes 12 beds of intensive trauma care, and then about 200 surgical beds, which include orthopedic beds, plastic beds, burn beds, and general surgery beds. So all of that with our healthcare professionals, with the sheltered operating rooms that we have here, combined together, highly advanced trauma center for the victims of the war. They can be soldiers from the war effort, and they can be civilians from the missiles. That's what we mean. That's what we refer when we say trauma center. The intensive care unit, as you all mentioned, is part of that. It's a system. As I said, we do it very, very good, very, very good, very, very well organized and operated, and we have the best specialist here. So in that regard, we are okay.
Great. Thank you.
There is a question here about the what we are still doing for the Palestinians. I think it's a
Good question. Quick story. Today at Sheba, we have about 58 Palestinians from the Palestinian Authority. 35 of them are from Gaza. They are hospitalized here. We provided the best medical care that Sheba can provide, top 10 in the world. We didn't stop that. And I'll share with you one story, and then we have to leave because we need to move on. There was a child from Gaza with a disease, combined deficiency, immune deficiency syndrome. The treatment is bone marrow transplantation. We brought him from Gaza a few weeks ago, and he stayed here, the family stayed here. The mother and the child, and he didn't have a donor. So we offered the mother a few months ago, when we diagnosed the baby, we offered the mother to have another pregnancy and to have another baby, and the baby will be the donor of his brother. This morning, she gave the birth here. So you can imagine what we are talking about. From one side, animals. And from the other side, these are Gaza citizens that we are designing how to save one Palestinian child's life with his mother and another child and bone marrow transplantation. It's this message should be conveyed.
Thank you, Professor Kreiss. As I told my boys, the only good thing that I can see from this horrible time is for them, for many years, I tried to define what good and what is bad, what is right and what is wrong, what is pure evil and what is tzedakah is. And again, when we are praying in Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, ונתנה תוקף קדושת היום, sometimes we don't understand what is the meaning of מי במים ומי באש. Unfortunately, the last 10 days redefine those prayers that we are saying, and now there is a meaning for me, and I think for you as well. What is good and what is bad, what is wrong and what is right, redefine in those terrible days of Islam. Thank you very much for being with us this afternoon,
And see you soon.
Definitely see you soon in Israel.
Shalom from Sheba. Shalom.